Hi everyone. So today I'll be discussing with you all about the mechanism of the movements of temporomandibular joint. Okay, so as I've already told in my previous lecture that in total there are 5 movements which are carried out at the temporomandibular joint. Okay, so the diagram which you all can see in front of you all is the diagram of the temporomandibular joint. This is the temporal bone. This is the condyle of the mandible, the dark region being the articular disc. The upper compartment, which has been represented by dots, is the meniscotemporal compartment, while the lower compartment is the meniscomandibular compartment. So first of all, coming to the mechanism behind the depression movement. Depression is the opening of the mouth. So how does it happen? What is the mechanism which lies behind this movement? What happens is that when the depression is to be carried out, so the lateral pterygoid muscle will contract and will bring about the movement of this head of condyle, such that this head of condyle will move in the forward direction along with the articular disc, and also it will rotate beneath this articular disc in the forward direction. So these two movements of the head of condyle will ultimately bring about the depression of the mandible. Okay. Coming to the elevation. Elevation means closing of the mouth. What happened in the depression is exactly the opposite which takes place in the elevation. So in the elevation, the head of the condyle will move in a backward direction along with this articular disc, and also it will rotate beneath this articular disc in the backward direction to carry out the elevation of the mandible, and thus resulting in the closing of the mouth. Then coming to protrusion. In protrusion, only the head of the mandible will glide in a forward direction along with this articular disc, and thus the mandible will protrude in a forward direction. While in case of retraction, the head of the mandible will glide backwards beneath this articular disc to carry out the retraction of the mandible. Now the side-to-side movements or the chewing movements. Now in side-to-side movements or chewing movements, what happens is that in one temporomandibular joint, the head of the condyle will simply glide beneath the articular disc in the forward direction, as was the case of protrusion. While on the other side of the temporomandibular joint, the head of the mandible will simply rotate on its position, and due to these two movements, the jaw will be deviated to the side where no gliding takes place. Now this type of movement will take place on both the sides in an alternate direction to bring about the chewing movement. Once again, recalling the muscles which are involved in all these movements. For the depression, you have only the lateral pterygoid muscle as the only depressor. But if the opening of the mouth is beyond resistance and very much, like if you open the mouth very much wide, so in that case the suprahyoid muscles, which are the geniohyoid and mylohyoid, will participate and would assist the lateral pterygoid muscle in opening of the mouth. In elevation, you have temporalis, masseter and medial pterygoid working in a coordinated manner to bring about the elevation of the jaw. In protrusion, medial and lateral pterygoid participate, while in retraction, only the posterior fibers of the temporalis muscle are involved. In side-to-side movements or in the chewing movements, medial and lateral pterygoid muscle will participate, and they will contract on each side. The medial and lateral pterygoid muscles of each side will contract alternately to bring about the side-to-side movements. So this was all about the mechanism of the movements of temporomandibular joint. Hope you liked my video. So if you liked it, so do press on the like button, as well as if you have not subscribed to my channel Fundamental Studies, so do subscribe to it, and also hit on the bell icon for latest updates and notifications. Thank you.